Testing, testing, one, two, three. Hey, this is a unique day, guys. I am trying this out by recording it actually. So, normally I do it live. And I told you guys during this break it's going to be kind of weird at the wrong times, etc. But I'm going to try to record it and try to upload it, and then maybe you guys can watch it through that. So if you're watching, please leave a comment and let me know how this goes. Let me know how the quality is. Let me know how everything is basically. The one issue that I think I'm going to have is the time restriction. I don't know what the time restrictions are, or if like my upload speeds are going to allow this, because uploading, as you guys know, I asked you guys to upload some videos that were like 5 minutes long, and you guys are like, it takes forever, right? So this is going to try to be 30 minutes long. So I'm not sure if YouTube is going to stop me from talking because they're trying to hold me back and censor me, or if they're going to allow me to do the entire 30-minute show. So with that said, I'm going to pop right to it. I'm going to talk about all the drills to do for the day, the quote, the story, and then after that, I'll go in depth on one aspect, and the one aspect is based off the quote. So, and I can talk about this thing for like ever. So, if I get cut off while I'm talking about that, just know it's not going to affect the main conversation. So, if you guys are following along, hopefully you guys are doing this. And again, someone asked me like, what your goal is in doing this? Like yesterday, he's like, you made this book, but like, is this book really worth $150? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe. But I didn't know that like one workout to me, one workout is not worth $50, but you guys pay that. So I'm like, damn, like, like to me, it's just like you go out and figure it out. But I also know that like the advice that I'm telling you isn't stuff that you guys are doing. And when I'm not involved in your life, you guys aren't doing anything. You guys are just shooting around. So since you're unable to do it, and the advice isn't just out there, you're not willing to go on Google and figure it out, or like look at videos and figure it out yourself, and also like willing to like hold yourself accountable, then yeah, the $50 price is decent. And if $50 is the price for one workout, three workouts is 150. To think that my book is not worth three workouts is insane. I mean, it tells you 365 days worth of stuff to do, pushes you beyond your limits, holds you accountable in so many different ways if you happen to follow it. So, yeah, the price point's there. However, it only works if you guys actually do the stuff. So make sure you guys are doing it, and I'm sure you're gonna get your value back. But if you just have it just lie there and just collect dust, yeah, it's not going to really work for you. All right. I also made $150 because I wanted to incorporate my coins into the program. So it's for one coin, $150 coin that you can earn. You can get the small book. For three of them, you can get the big book. So that's really why I made it that price. And that's about it. So the first one is the elementary. We have one-on-one cutthroat, end of play scenario, which we use 180 to tangent. Double the post on the dribble, outlet pass, back to sideline, miss free throw on purpose, 10 plus seconds down by three with free throws. All right. To talk about one of those, I would say the double the post on the dribble. All right. A lot of people bring the double team way too early, even in the NBA. Like, watch them. They'll bring a double team like right when Anthony Davis catches the ball. And that's probably too soon. All right. Because if he dribbles the ball and then you come, now you've made it so you can bluff and recover. You have also made it like a harder pass. So he has to dribble and then pass off the dribble. So he's more likely to be intercepted or just like throw an errant pass in general. But if he's holding the ball and then you come, that pass is one, very, very easy. And if you bluff and then you sprint back, now he can take his man off the dribble really fast. Um, but if he's dribbling and you come like really fast and then he picks it up and then you sprint back, now you have him stuck with no dribble. So wait for the person to actually take a dribble and then attack them. As a defender, know that your job is just to stay in front of them and force a middle if he's in the post. And as the everyone else, it's their job to basically stick with their man and only come attack once the person needs help. All right. So that's that. Now, that's what I believe that should be. And when you reach in and you're helping out, make sure that you reach with the outside hand, not with the hand closest to the player, because now if they shoot it, you're going to foul them just by default. But if it's with the outside hand, now you can pull your hand away. Now you can strip down, point to their chest, and just strip straight down. And it can also recover better because your chest is facing toward them rather than your side of your body facing toward them. All right. So just understand when you help out, help with the outside hand and wait till they dribble. So be very, very patient. Next thing we have is the middle school. Again, I'm going to try to talk as fast as I can just to get through all of this stuff. Um, we have the swoop layup chase, athletic rebound to putback, meet post on the break, all out deny great players, miss free throw on purpose, and then 10 plus seconds down by three. Um, let's talk about the 10 plus seconds down by three. All right, and it's also based on out of balance for this one. So you have to have clock management in your bones. Okay, you have to like know exactly what to do when these times appear because sometimes your coach doesn't have a timeout, and also your teammates may not know what to do. So if you want to be the type of player that like that is like a Steph Curry or someone who's like super smart, you want to be able to know exactly what to do in every given situation. So with about 12 seconds left, baseline out of bounds, down by three, I would say you do not need to shoot a three-pointer right away. All right. If you can catch it and go straight to the hole and score right away, you might also draw a foul in this situation. Now they're going to have the ball with about 8 seconds to go, and you're down by one. And now you can foul them, and maybe they might miss a free throw. So it changes the entire aspect of the game. All right. But if you cannot score right away within the first 4 seconds, now you need to create for a three. All right. And instead of getting people back, again, crash everybody. And that's the goal. So make sure that you're speaking like that. And a real quick shorthand for this would be we don't need a three. Just like get in the huddle, say, yo, we don't need a three, attack the basket like that. But if you see that the first 5 seconds are waning and people are kind of stuck and they can't drive, now you as the best player on the team need to gather the ball, say ball up, ball up, ball up, and then you need to create for other people. If you can't create your own 3-pointer, which is nearly impossible, it's pretty tough for average players to create their own three. You need to create for someone. You can do that off of pick and roll. You can do that off of penetration and kick. You can do it off of a seal down or something like that. So make sure that you're creating for a 3-pointer. And then don't shoot the ball with just like 1 second left. Shoot the ball with like 7 seconds left because you can get the rebound. And if they happen to get the rebound, maybe you can get the steal. In this situation, if they happen to get the ball with like 4 seconds left, I would say definitely go for the steal because you're down by three, but don't foul them on purpose. All right, go for the steal because maybe they may not call it for you. And in this situation, you can grab hands, grab like elbows and stuff like that, um, because they may not call that foul. But if you just like grab their shoulders and like purposely foul them, that's not going to help you out at all. Because even if the ball's on the opposite end, they can just miss those two free throws and have you chuck a full court shot. That's nothing. But if they make one out of two, you're dead. So make sure that you are crashing the boards, looking for rebounds. And if you happen to get a rebound when you're down by three with like 4 seconds to go, make sure that everyone else is sprinting out so that you're not dribbling back out to try to shoot a three. You can pass back out. So as soon as that person gets an offensive rebound secured, he's not going to shoot it because being down by one isn't very, very good with like 4 seconds to go. You want to be able to kick out for 3-point shooters. So that's that. Moving on to high school, we have 1-on-1, 5 seconds from half, 3-on-3, no dribbles, post positioning on the swing, unintentional foul, fouling with fouls to give, up by five with 3 minutes left. I'll talk about the post positioning on the swing. Okay, this one is something that we worked on in college. I never heard about this stuff in high school. Definitely not before, but it's very simple stuff. But then it takes it to a whole new level. So we started on the wing actually for college, and when the ball's up top, you want to be in between the wing player and the player on top of the key. You want to have your hands out, pointing to both of them. You're not pointing to both of them by saying, I want to guard that guy and that guy has the ball. No, you're pointing to both of them so that your hands are up and in the passing lane. You're pointing to both of them so that if they try to cut across your face, you can knock them out. All right. And I guess you're also pointing at them to show your coach, I know where the ball is. It's like whatever. All right. And if you're in the passing lane, however, you want your strong side hand, just like I said about the post digging down, you want the strong side arm up in the passing lane so you can still face your defender or face your offensive player that you are defending. All right. And but now once they go to the post, you want to maintain your separation. You don't want them to get close to you because you don't want them selling you underneath the basket. So as they go to the post, you maintain your separation and keep your hand in the passing lane, not your face. All right, so you have to move with them and as quickly as they are. And once they're on the post, that's where our post positioning drill starts. All right, because if they flash it to the elbow from the post, you have to maintain your distance. So you have to sprint faster than them, and then you have to stop them. So you don't want to stop them right away because then you just get into a fight. You don't need that. You can back up, allow them some space, and then stop them. So you can stop them slowly because you want to stop them around the elbow. All right. And then once they skip the ball, you want to jump off just like you would jump off on any other pass. Jump off so that you're in the middle and you're prepared for him to come over. Because once he comes over, you do the same thing again by scooting over, and then stop him. Then once you're at the top of the elbow on the strong side, and he goes down to the post, you have your hand up, and you probably can't turn your back toward the ball because then they can just pass the ball over both ears. You want to be able to touch the defender as as they go down to the post from the elbow by sliding with them. Maintain your touch and then turn your body and your back towards your defender, but keep touching him and turn your face toward the ball and then switch sides so that by the time they make it to the post, you're on the top side of them as opposed to the bottom side. So I know that's pretty hard to describe, but make sure that you check out Limitless Hoops .com under our drill section, and you can check out the what do we call it? The post positioning on the swing video, so you can see how to do it yourself. So that's that. Um, so now let's move on to the motivational story of the day before the quote this time, so I can talk about the quote in depth because I have a lot of stuff to talk about for that. The motivational story is for a leader, being on a team is twofold. All right, it's being a player, but it's also being a coach. Leaders must be close enough to relate to everyone on the team, but also far enough ahead to properly motivate them. All right, so basically, there's like a coach player dynamic that everyone knows. The coaches are the know it alls who tell us what to do, they force us to do it, but they're not running. They're not the ones tired. I coached a team when I was 16. There was like some 14-year-old girls. Why I coached this team? I don't know. I definitely had a crush on one of them, but whatever. All right, but I would tell them to run. And when they would like run, I realized really quickly that, dude, I could say this all day long. It doesn't matter. I'm not getting tired. And like coaches, they don't have a relationship with the players in that same regard. That's why I like coaches who played basketball before because they can kind of relate. But if you're the team captain, you're different. You have to remain different. So you kind of gain in some regards, but you also lose in some regards. So as a team captain, you're not like there's a quarterback that just got let go and released from the Washington football team. And whatever his name's Haskins, whatever his name is, and he basically just like broke some like pretty big rules, but like not huge rules, and he got let go. And it's because they hold quarterbacks to a higher standard, all right? Because you are your entire team basically. So if you're a leader, you're not allowed to screw around during practice like the other ones are. You have to call them out, and they have to be accepting of that for you guys to have a good team. All right. But if they're like, who are you to speak to me? Boom, you guys lost. You might as well just quit the entire season. I mean, God, like over something like that, they knew that they were screwing around, right? And if you're a leader and you're the last one to show up or the first one to leave and you're not the hardest worker, well, then your team lost. Your team's gonna suck. So as a leader, it's like you're now forced to be the hardest worker. And it's like, well, that guy works too hard. So, I mean, I hate to get like too political on you, but like Mexicans come into this country and they're like, oh my God, they're taking our jobs. Okay, work harder. Jeez, like try harder. Sorry. People are like, I don't have enough money, blah, 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 and like they don't want to work hard for it. Sorry, you lose. So like I know it's kind of harsh, but at the same time, you can't complain. All right, you're on the bench and you have to make sure that you're on the bench for the wrong reason. Like you have to make sure that your coach is an idiot, basically. So if you're a bench player and you want to be like a starter or a team captain, something like that, first thing that you have to do is make sure that you're the hardest worker. Then you can start talking about everything else. And if you're a team captain, you want your team to follow you and you want your team to win. First, you have to be the hardest worker, and then you can worry about your actual skill level and like how tall you are and everything else. If you're not the hardest worker, you kind of just have to shut up and take whatever you're given in life. All right. So make sure that you're that. Now, if you're the team captain, you're afforded so many other like responsibilities, but you're also afforded so many special things in life where like the coaches will treat you differently. So it's there's a balance. I assure that it's worth it, but it starts with communicating, being ballsy, and working your butt off. All right. So there's that. Now for the quote of the day and for the rest of the speech, the quote of the day is a three-word quote. We're not on Sunday, we're not on Monday, but we are on Tuesday. So it is a three-word quote, and we have get every rebound. All right. I mean, I was not a good shooter when I was playing. Um, I was also skinny. I have some faults in my game, okay? I was a decent scorer, pretty good passer, but decent defender, but I was an awesome rebounder. Like straight up. Like I don't know, like I can tell the other team, I'm gonna get this rebound. And my approach was to get every rebound. And if you try for every single one, well, yeah, you're going to get a lot. All right? You can't just go in there and say, okay, I'm going to try for these 10 rebounds and I'm going to try to get half of them. No, that's stupid. All right. If there's 80 shots for a game and 40 of them are going to be made, you got to go in there 80 times. If you go in there 80 times out of how many people on the court? 10? That means that eight should be yours, right? Automatically. But how many people average 8 rebounds a game? Two on per team, like maybe one per team. All right. And it adds up. And I just never understood this. I was like, yo, coach, can I just like I was like, I think I can average 5 offensive rebounds a game. He's like, John, if you could average 5 offensive rebounds a game, you would lead the entire country in rebounding. And I was like, really? That seems like a little bit of that doesn't seem that hard. So then I started just crashing. My coach in college, who's now coaching another college team, he's the assistant. He said, he told me, John, stay out. Don't crash so much. You need to spit out for our 3 pointers. And I was like, I'm not even a shooter. So weird. So they forced me to not go in. And so I averaged about 3 offensive rebounds a game. I was like, well, maybe he's right. Maybe it's impossible. And then I got overseas to Lithuania and to Taiwan. And they might have said, John, don't crash so much. Maybe. I don't know. Because they were speaking a different language. So I was sounding like la 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 la. And I just started crashing. And I did not get 5 offensive rebounds a game. I got 9. I mean, like, it just seems like the most easy thing in the world, especially if you come from the outside. You get to just sprint in and just grab whatever you want. I know I'm pretty long, I can jump, but like, no one else got that. And I averaged 19 rebounds a game in Taiwan. And the next closest, I think, was like 9. I mean, people just don't want to go in there. And yeah, I got hit a lot. And my favorite story was like when I went crashing for a rebound against LMU. And it was like the very first play of the game. And 2 guys looked at me and they sprinted at me and they just drilled me. And I fell in the air. And as I'm flying in the air, I was like happy. I was ecstatic. I was like, oh hell yeah, because I knew that my name was on their board. I knew it. 2 people just don't come at you like that and hit you that hard. And I knew that they wrote John Sanders is a beast or something to that effect. You need to box him out because he's like a monster of the game, and I better do this. So, anyways, after that, I kept going. They hit me again the next play. Then after that, no more hitting. They just like forgot about me, and I just kept going. I don't think I've got more rebounds like that in my entire college career, because I was so hyped. I was like, "Yeah, I'm a monster, yeah." So if I'm speaking about all the rebounding things, that would be like my biggest one. And that biggest one is one of our 10 tips for rebounding. I'm going to go over them real quick. All right. One is that one, the contact. You have to love the contact. All right. Now, I totally tricked myself into loving the contact because I am kind of a baby about things. I really am. Like secretly, just so you know, I totally am a baby. Like I don't like when my finger hurts, when this hurts. That's how I grew up. I don't like that stuff. But my favorite player growing up was Dennis Rodman. My favorite movies were like the Rocky movies, and they were always hurt. So I was like, I want to be like those guys. So I would trick myself into saying, I love this, I love this, I love this. So nowadays, I kind of do love it. I don't know. It's like the game's not fun to me until someone hits me. I just really, really enjoy that. So I don't know if I'm lying to myself. I think I am, but just know that that has to be the case. So you have to love contact and love giving contact, and people will back off. They'll back off so fast. They'll be like, "Whoa, I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know that you actually like this." So trick yourself into loving contact. So that is contact. So make contact on rebounds, hit people, go after it. All right. Now for my list, it's the realization is the next one. Offense rebounds are worse than turnovers. All right. Offense rebounds are worse than turnovers. So you don't want to give up on offensive rebound because I mean, heck, they're right there for the shot. All right. There are so many things that are better than offensive rebounds. So many things. One thing would be driving to the basket and getting blocked. Who cares? The ball's still yours. It's out of bounds. So getting blocked, that's embarrassing, but it's not as bad as an offensive rebound. How about getting the ball stolen from you? Boom. Okay, it got stolen from you. It's a turnover. Now they might go score, but they're 80 feet from the basket. You get to chase them down. They didn't score right away, so a turnover is better. And then I like to finish it off by saying kicking the ball out of bounds. Just take it and kick the ball out of bounds. Boom. That is a technical foul. Boom. You get taken out the game. Okay, it's pretty bad, pretty bad. Still not as bad as an offensive rebound because an offensive rebound, they are right by the basket. They have 2 points right there. And for the technical, kicking the ball out of bounds, well, okay, yeah, sure, you get taken out the game, but they have to shoot 2 free throws that are 15 feet from the basket rather than right by it. So you giving up the offensive rebound is worse than the kicking the ball out of bounds. And I think your coach should take you out the game for the same reasons. All right. If you kick the ball out of bounds, your coach is definitely taking you out the game. If you give up an offensive rebound, your coach should yank you from the game that fast. And you should see it as that important. Okay. So don't kick the ball. That's really just that's silly. And don't give up offensive rebounds. So realize how important they are. And on the flip side, go for those rebounds. Dude, get an offensive rebound. That's like better than everything in the world. So go get it. Your point blank from the basket. You've given your team an entire extra possession. So it's like the other team in one world got the rebound. They went down the court, ran a play where they may or may not score, and then you got the ball back. But in this scenario, you get the offensive rebound, and that entire trip of theirs just disappeared. And you're just snatching their possessions away, whether they would have scored or not. So throw the ball out to your teammates and just start over again. And then you have taken a possession away from the other team, and they don't even realize it. All right, next one is eyes. All right, never take your eyes off the ball. All right, this one's a weird one because people tell you the first thing that they tell you when you're young is to box out, find your defender. That means don't look at the ball. I mean, if you did that in baseball on a pop fly, dude, you looked away. Hi, mom. You were never finding that ball again because the ball's switching spaces in the air. All right, you need to keep your eyes on the ball. Keep your eyes on the ball. Trust me on this one. This is one of the main reasons that I got so many rebounds because people's eyes went to me and they would look at me to box out, and I'm like, you're not even looking at the ball. That's weird. And I would just keep my eyes really still, and then the ball would bounce right by their head, and I would just be like, caught it, I win. It's like they were trying to rebound blind. Now, since you can't look at the people, I understand that because I have your eyes up now. Now, the next one is hands. All right, use your hands to see and manipulate the defense. Yes, get your hands up. You see with them like you're a blind person, like this, okay? All right, but you look at the ball and you use your hands, and if their hands get on you, slap them away. Don't let people manipulate you. Because as soon as their hands are on you, now they get to look up. Don't let them do it. You can back up, slap their arms away, whatever you have to do. Don't let them get a hold of you. And you want to get a hold of them. All right. Then we had contact, love it, initiate it. Next one is position. Get a good position as early as you can. The best position is inside. You want to be on the inside and then hit them out. But now, if you're forced to be on the outside during rebound, push them underneath the basket. So the only rebound that they get is one that goes right through the rim and counts as a bucket. They can grab that one. Everything else is yours. So if you are on the inside, don't let them push you underneath. Push them out. Okay. Um, and I would say the best spot if you're on the wing, if you see someone driving, you know that they're going to shoot, sprint to the baseline and then hit up. Because if you sprint to the baseline and they try to get lower than you, one, they can't because they would be out of bounds. But they would be so low that they wouldn't be in good help side. So you're taking them out of help side if they follow you, but they usually won't if they're a good defender. They will stay high. So you go all the way to the baseline. Now you have a sneaky spot to come up and hit them. Next one is odds. You have to know the odds, okay, and run toward the area where the ball is most likely to go. All right, so the odds are the ball's going to go to the opposite side. If they shoot from the right side, the ball will fall to the left side. Is that always going to be the case? Nah, the ball can easily go to the other side, straight ahead, over the backboard, whatever, right? Get swirled around the rim, whatever. But odds are the ball's going to go to the opposite side. So if they shoot from the right side, just start sprinting to the left side every single time. Just play the odds. All right, play the odds all the time. And if you're on defense, don't let them go to the stronger odds side. You send them to the weaker odds side. Send them to the 20%, to the 10%. All right, and then give and take. On offense, on defense, give them nothing. On offense, take whatever they give you. Even tipping the ball is good for the offense. All right, what that means is